good things too, like going on vacation, going to a party, talking to friends. I mean, have you ever tried to socialize with people? It's hard. People are hard. It's not fun. It is fun. Don't listen to me. On that front, all the stuff I'm saying about Tourette is true. People are great. Life lessons from Carson. So now, after all this, you might be asking, if Tourette isn't contagious and you can't really die from it unless you have a tick that's like strangling yourself, which would be very bad, you should seek help, then what's so bad about Tourette if you can't die from it and it's not contagious? Well, for the most part, ticks are just embarrassing. As I said earlier, the tongue thing, it's not easy to get friends when you're sticking out your tongue all the time. Not the best way to engage in social activities, shall we say. Ticks can be very noticeable, and people might be rude to you, or people might think you're being rude to them when really you can't really control it. Stuff like going to the movies, sitting quietly in class, or going to the library can sometimes be hard. Like, imagine going to a movie and constantly you're just being bombarded with making random noises and stuff. It's not easy to focus on the movie. Also, really not a good idea to do when you have people that are trying to watch the movie. This is a bad analogy, I'm sorry, I'll move on. So some ticks aren't very noticeable, but they can often cause your body to hurt. Like, for example, imagine just flexing your muscles all day. Eventually that's gonna make your muscles sore, and for someone who has a tick that involves flexing muscles, that's gonna hurt a lot eventually. So there's that, and that's not good. And ticks can also interfere with things that you might want to do, like reading, playing video games. Can't tell you how many times I've been playing a video game and had to pause or something because I needed a tick. It's so infuriating. So plenty of things that can be interrupted by ticks. So how can you help? You can't. Tourette is not fun. That's a lie. You can't help. Messed that joke up. I'm sorry. By learning what Tourette is today, you're actually already helping. Just by understanding and knowing what Tourette is all about, you're helping to make people with Tourette less socially unacceptable. This was a lot better when I practiced it at home in front of only my parents. There's a lot of people here. Just by knowing something about something, you make a lot of difference. Like, for example, bullying. I don't know if that's a huge issue here, but I know that at my school, it's almost non-existent, but a few decades ago, it was rampant everywhere, but in this day and age, there are so many anti-bullying campaigns that bullying is a lot less prominent because a lot more people know about it. They know that it's not okay to just be a jerk to everyone, otherwise no one will like you, and you're going to scar some people for life, which isn't ever good. You should never make fun of people for something that they can't control, just like you would never make fun of someone with asthma for using an inhaler. And people with Tourette are just the same as all of you, except they occasionally do funny things with their vocal cords and their bodies. So what have we learned today? We learned that we need to be patient and understanding towards others, which I'm sure is ingrained in your heads by now. That's a very important lesson to learn. You shouldn't make fun of people. And if you see someone getting made fun of or getting bullied, stick up for the victim. Don't just stand by and watch. Go up and, I've heard an example of, you can just go up to the victim and just talk to them and just completely ignore the bully. And that can work in some cases. Although you should also get a teacher if you see someone really being bullied. And remember, Tourette is not contagious, you can't catch it. People don't do anything wrong to get it. People are born with it, they have it their entire life, there's no cure. And Tourette is just a little part of someone among a huge spectrum of other positive things about them. Like, for example, Tourette does not define me. As you've seen throughout this entire presentation, I'm kind of a goofball. weird word to use. And I like humor and stuff. And not good in front of crowds, apparently. Didn't know that until now. And so, yeah, people with Tourette are just like everyone else. Don't make fun of them. Same with anything else, ever. And now, some other conditions that usually occur with Tourette. So Tourette can come in a package, I guess, of other pre-existing conditions. Not pre-existing, but so there's OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm sure some of you have heard about that. Although most people don't understand OCD as well either. They think it's just perfectionism. Everything has to be perfect. But there's more to it than that. That is a part of OCD, but there's also other weird things that you do, like when you're reading, for some people, they have to read a line over and over again. I am an example of that. It's never fun when you read something and you know that you understand it, but your brain makes you go back and read it again. Hard to get through books that way. Especially when you like reading books. It's not fun. And so, yeah, that can happen. Some people have to like turn their light on and off like 7 times before going to bed. There's a huge thing, there's a bunch of stuff that comes with that. You can ask your teachers or look it up later if you want to know more about OCD. And then there's ADD, attention deficit disorder, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard about. Some of you probably even have it. It's quite common. And that's just basically it causes you to have trouble paying attention to things, causes you to have trouble with staying still. As you've seen this whole time, I've been kind of moving around, because standing in one place it's boring, frankly. Imagine if I did the whole presentation like this, you would all be asleep right now. Yeah, those are just some of the things. There are plenty of other things that Tourette can come with, but we don't really have a lot of time. And it looks like we have enough time. So are there any questions? Does anyone have something they want to ask? The person in the jacket. Yes, the OG shirt on. Here, no.
I actually kind of think people I think have some of these conditions, and I don't like to make fun of people, but I actually like people who are different.
That's very good. I approve. That is the way it should be. Different is good. Okay. Oh wow, there are a lot. Okay.
You want me to take it?
Yeah.
All right.
I think.
Thank you, Carson, boys and girls. Carson Bishop.